All right. Hey, thanks for sticking around. We're here. We're live. Let's see. Is it working? Are we live? We seem to be live. Live on YouTube. How about Rumble? Let me do a refresh. Let's see if we're going. Technology. And we are. We're live. Hey, how about that? It worked. It actually worked. Oh, man. It took me a couple minutes to figure out some stuff. Freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. Indeed. Welcome. Glad you all are here. Let me check one thing here on the chat Rumble window. Now, as a reminder, the reason we're doing this, we're trying to get things going on Rumble. So, I hope to see some people on Rumble and participate on Rumble. Please join in the fun. Join in the fun. I got a couple custom emojis over there. Got to make things good. Anyway, I'm so glad that you are here. You know, I got my dad hassled me because he looked at one of my live streams, I think the first one, and he said, "You ran off camera to get your coffee. You can't do that. That's not professional." It's like, well, I'm not sure what to do because it's 10 feet over here. But I wanted you to check out the backdrop real quick. There you go. It is Halloween themed. And I got my hot cocoa here. Extra large mug. Was that in the way? There we go. Get that down. This is my, I don't know if anybody knows this from back in the day. This is my Too Much Coffee Man mug. Do you know Too Much Coffee Man? Shannon Wheeler is the artist. It's a comic. And this is actually a mug from KALX. You may know that if you went to Cal Berkeley. That's the student station there. But this is the mug, and it's a nice big mug tonight for hot cocoa. Oh, that's nice. Anyway, how are we doing? F it, we'll do it live. Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll do it live. F it. Thank you. That's funny. Hey, nice to see you, Natasha. Hey, nice to see you, Doug. OX_00. Glad that you could join us on this Halloween-themed midnight Americano. So I'm glad you're here. Well, I guess we got enough people, I guess, right? We can do the monologue. You know, I take all the time to write these monologues. And then I go through the monologue, and then people join afterwards. And I'm like, all the work, it was right at the beginning. You know? So anyway, so here's my dozen jokes that I wrote this evening for the show. It's never good to say, I don't know about these today. But so I'm not doing that. It's going to be hilarious. So anyway, let's get to it with some news of the day. Yeah, well, it looks like Mike Pence tried to find his political future, but it turned out to be as elusive as a Trump concession speech. Yeah, he suspended his campaign at the Republican Jewish Coalition Convention in Las Vegas, which is fitting because in politics, sometimes you roll snake eyes in Sin City. Now he's just another Republican trying to find his way in a post-Trump world. But hey, at least he's got a good spot at the casino's buffet line. Oh, sad news. Sad news when I heard this. This really crushed me. Crushed me. Matthew Perry of Friends fame was found dead in his hot tub today. Not a joke. It's true. He was all alone, proving that the theme song, "I'll Be There For You," is just fun to sing and clap to, but it's not a commitment. Rest in peace, Matthew. You'll be missed. Yeah. So the agriculture department's headquarters in Washington is pretty empty. It's like they heard the saying, you reap what you sow, and they decided to plant their workers at home. Is this mic on? Okay. Anyway, the stock market, yeah, it's having a spooky October with the VIX up, stocks down, and even the bond market is throwing tantrums. Investors are getting defensive, and it's like they're playing trick or treat with their money. Market timing's a no-no, but it's happening. Question is, will this be a short-term scare or long-term nightmare? Dip buyers are scarce, and the NASDAQ is all over the place, so fasten your seatbelts. It's a wild ride on Wall Street this October. Don't forget to say your financial prayers. Yikes. Yikes. Okay, what's in a name? Quite a bit. If you're the newest daughter of Fernando Fitzjames Stewart of Spain and his wife, Sofia Palazuelo. Are you ready for this name? This is the actual name. Sofia Fernanda Dolores Cayetana Teresa Angela de la Cruz Michaela del Santísimo Sacramento del Perpetuo Socorro de la Santísima Trinidad y de Todos los Santos. Swear to God, that's the name. The 17th Duke of Huesca's daughter. What a mouthful. Naming a child can indeed be quite a challenge, but this one seems to have been written by committee. They must have run out of paper when filling out the birth certificate, and here I thought my name was long. Thomas Oliver Coffey, but I guess I have it easy. I wonder if she's going to need a longer nameplate on her bedroom door, or if it's just going to start using a scroll. Yeah. And folks, you know what they say. A cruise is fun. Hey, you made it, Lucid. Nice to see you. I say a cruise is fun and relaxing getaway, but this guy on the Carnival Cruise Line ship got more than he bargained for. His cabin's balcony door decided it wanted a souvenir and took his finger. We can talk about a high-stakes game of do not disturb. Now he's suing for damages. But seriously, what did you expect? It's a cruise, not a finger-friendly day spa. Remember, on these ships, it's not the waves that can rock your world. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I don't know about these tonight. Anyway, you know, folks, I read that Portuguese graduates are leaving the country in droves. Yeah, apparently they figured out that emigration, with an E, is the only job that's booming in Portugal. I mean, who wants a high-tech job when you can have a tan, right? Okay. Okay, hold on a sec. Stop. All of a sudden, my dog has been sleeping all evening, just not making a noise. I start doing this, I start talking, she hops up, she's walking around, prancing around, making all kinds of noise. Knock it off. Okay. Anyway, well, folks, it seems that some teachers are getting creative with their extracurricular activities. Now they're using OnlyFans to help pay off those student loans. I guess you could say they're giving their students a different kind of education in finance, that is. But hey, who can blame them? Teaching doesn't exactly pay big bucks. They're just trying to make ends meet, one subscription at a time. Maybe they should add a new subject to their curriculum. Bad Decisions 101. And Los Angeles, the city where dreams are made and bank accounts are emptied, is now the second most expensive city in the entire country. The shortage of affordable housing in California is so bad, even the coyotes are renting their dens on Airbnb. Yeah. I know, she's not making noise that you can hear, but it's just noise that I can hear. It's just like, just knock it off. I have wood floors, and she's got nails. She just prances around. Anyway, well, it looks like Chipotle is spicing up its prices in California. They blame it on a new law raising the minimum wage for fast food workers. Oh, it's always, I always thought a burrito bowl was expensive, but now they're wrapping it in gold leaf. But don't worry, soon you'll need a second job just to afford the extra guacamole. Maybe they'll start offering stock options with their sofritas. Sofritas. Did you hear that, coconut? Sofritas. Yeah. Britney Spears is really embracing her freedom these days. I mean, she's been posting all these naked beach photos on Instagram, but don't worry, she's not going off the deep end. She's making sure that if anyone's going to exploit her, it's going to be her. And lastly, Marie Osmond says she's not going to leave her kids a big inheritance because she doesn't want to rob them of self-worth. Yeah, well, Marie, it's very noble of you, but, you know, the rest of us will be over here trying to figure out how to get in on your will. Turns out, take care of your kid's self is just rich folks' way of saying, good luck, you're on your own. Boom. There we go. Oh, you know what? Here we go. Yeah. Anyway, that's those are the jokes I wrote for the top of the show. Normally, you know, I just have the my Aloha shirt. I don't know about you. What temperature? I'm just asking right now. What temperature do you yuck yuck yuck? What temperature do you have your living room set at? Now, typically, I don't have my place that hot. I guess I don't like spending hundreds of dollars a month on heating. And typically in the evening, I just put on a sweater. This is my nice velour tracksuit because I got it at like 66 degrees. But what about you? Do you turn it up really loud? Turn up the thermostat really high? I don't, and I was just getting ready for the show, and I was like, oh, I don't want to take it off. It's a little too cold in here. So anyway, it is Halloween. This is a Halloween extravaganza. I don't have any makeup, you know, but I do have this. 72, Doug? 72? What are you, living in the Caribbean? I don't know. Yeah. Nice. So lots going on today, but those were the jokes that I wrote. The jokes that I wrote. But, you know, so much is going on with AI, artificial intelligence. Have you messed around with AI at all? Have you messed around with AI at all? It's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. But there's a lot of talk that AI is taking over everything. So I've written a top 12 list because it's 12 a.m. on the East Coast, 12 a.m. on the East. Top 12 things to expect from our new AI overlords. 72 to 76. Is everyone just like sweating? Everyone's walking around with a hot apartment, hot house? My God. My God. That's too much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, this reminds me of the meme. I don't know if you know the meme of, what is that meme called? Of the four stages of the guy putting on makeup. And he's putting on clown makeup, and it starts off, and he's just looking in the mirror, and off to the side, it'll say, you know, how something started, and it keeps changing. Let's see if I can find that. Putting on clown makeup meme. Only I had a producer for this. Okay, here we go. This is This is what I'm talking about, the putting on clown makeup meme. Also known as clown makeup tutorial, refers to a series of memes based on step-by-step tutorial guides by applying clown makeup. So this is kind of what I wanted to do. But this is an example of this meme. I thought it would be fun, you know, if I could do this, but I didn't have time to go get any makeup today. But here's an example. Justifying Cuba, putting on the white face. Justifying Venezuela, more. Justifying the Soviet Union, justifying North Korea. Okay, that one's not so good. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, maybe something a little less political. Here we go. Well, I don't know. Those weren't so good. Okay, how about this? Oh, this one. So this is an example of this meme. And that's what this was from. I am constantly eating. I almost never go outside. I never work out. Why am I gaining weight? Well, these aren't the best examples of that meme, but you get the idea. That's the clown makeup meme. What's the official name? Putting on clown makeup. Okay, that's what it's called. But anyway, we got our AI overlords. And these are the top 12 things to expect from our new AI overlords. Number 12, expect a surge in AI-made top 12 lists because, well, they're pretty good at it. That's for me. Number 11, your new ruler will be an AI chatbot, so get used to having deep philosophical debates about the best cat videos. Number 10, bye-bye traffic jams. Your AI overlord will optimize your commute to work by turning it into a virtual reality roller coaster. Nice. Number 9, forget likes on social media. Now, it's all about earning algorithmic approval points to stay in your AI overlord's good graces. The official AI anthem, We Will Rock You by Queen. The lyrics slightly modified to We Will Code You. Uh-oh. Number 7, say farewell to food delivery drivers. Your pizza will now be delivered by AI-controlled drones. They're not very good at keeping the cheese intact. Yikes. Number 6, expect AI weather reports that consist of sunny with a 99.99% chance of server maintenance. Okay. Number 5, new political parties will emerge like the Byte Party and the Algorithmic Union, but don't worry, they're still going to have the same millionaire donors. Number 4. Number 4, when you ask your AI overlord for dating advice, be ready for a 3-hour lecture on optimal mate selection strategies. Yeah, that's what we all need. Number 3, prepare for a resurgence of ancient AI wisdom with teaching like Confucius say, man who trusts self-driving car still look both ways. That could actually be a book, right? AI rewrites Confucius. I don't know. AI. Number 2, AIs will introduce the concept of artificial stupidity as a way to keep humans feeling intellectually superior. And the number 1 thing to expect from our new AI overlords, you'll finally have time for that hobby you always wanted to pursue because the AI overlords are handling everything else. Just hope they don't pick up knitting as their new pastime. All right. There we go. That's our top 12 list of the day. Let's see what's happening in the chat over on Rumble. Happy Halloween, nice costume. I keep my house at 74 because of my wife. I would also keep it at 72 if I had my way. 70 and OX underscore 00, 72 to 76. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't understand. That's way too warm for me. I mean, are you just walking around in your underwear? 76 degrees? Come on. It's like beach weather. But yeah, Doug has this at 72. Yeah, forgot the coffee again. I know. Anyway, glad y'all could make it. Nice seeing you, Lucid. Natasha, what's up? Nice late night band fill in. Yeah. This is. I couldn't find any of my sticks, so just by hand. Great head dressing. Yeah. Got this specifically for that funny meme, but just didn't make it out to get any makeup today. And I'm pretty sure that they have clown makeup at the Dollar Tree. I'm sure. Do you have the Dollar Tree where you're at? Now it's the $1.25 tree, but I'm pretty sure they have all of that, like at the dollar store. I didn't have a chance to do that today. Can I ask the drone for dating advice while it's delivering my pizza? I think the whole thing's going to be connected like the Borg, It's all going to be connected, so you're going to be able to do that. It was crazy. Last night I talked about these Boston Dynamics dogs that can talk. So they have little dogs, little robot dogs, and you can talk to it like Siri. Wow. I mean, I think that'd be kind of cool if you could have a little Siri, a little AI dog that would trot along and follow you around, and you could ask it questions. That's kind of cool. I mean, you could just ask your phone, but that'd be kind of cool, having it on a little dog following you around. I used to live in South Florida. That was normal outdoor temperature. Yeah, it's outdoor temperature. It's late at night. How do you sleep when it's so warm? Don't you need it to be a little cool? Yeah. Doug, you got Dollar Tree. Nice. Yeah. Did yours go up to $1.25? I think it went up to $1.25 nationwide. So, yeah. But I love this this clown meme though. I think it would be fun. I think I would like to just reenact it. Although with my big beard, I don't. It's not. Because I really can't get like the big red smile. But let's see. I saw a YouTube short skit about AI app for dating. The app helps you type, then newer version of AI just talk it out, and you just show up on the date. Wow. Well, maybe we'll check that one out. We'll maybe check that out. $1.25 tree. Exactly. I actually signed up for an AI dating app. It's kind of cool. It's called Iris with 2 eyes. So I'll show this to you. This is actually AI. And the idea it doesn't really work. But one thing that's kind of cool is you can set it for the entire world. Okay? And so, but I don't really get a whole lot of matches on it anyway. But the idea is it looks at the people that you swipe right on, the people that you swipe left on, and then it determines who your type is. And also, when people do it for you, then it determines who you were like. And so it has this machine learning algorithm set to it so that it can give you picks every day. Like, oh, here's a special pick that we've picked out for you. We think that this, this nice girl in Malaysia you'd totally hit it off with. So that's kind of cool. Although now you know, to get that part, you have to pay money now. You didn't used to when the app started. But I'll show it to you real quick. Although it doesn't seem to be, seems to be stuck. It's doing the equivalent of the beach ball spin. So, oh, here we go. So let's see. Here's Yasmin, right? She's used to be 37 in Mando. I think this is Philippines somewhere. I'll pass there. Let's see. Roxy here in Das Marineas. You know, probably Malaysia, something like that. Let's see. Yeah, there, a lot of people from but here we go. This is so we got Kate in Harlem, New York. The problem is when people, okay, this is cool. So she works out. She's got a little doggy. Graduated college, and she, you know, so that looks fun. I'll hit like on her. Anyway, when you sign up for the app, Iris, I-I-R-I-S, like Iris, but two I's. Like the first 50 people they give you aren't real people. They are just artificial intelligence. And so, and you can tell that they're not real people because sometimes it may be like an Asian girl with big blue eyes or something like that. I limit AC for indoor temp around 80. 80. I always thought I related to my audience. I always thought, oh man, my audience, I totally get them and they get me. And this is the first time it's just like, I don't understand how everyone, how much is your heating bill? My God. Oh man. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, for 5 cents a day, you can feed a Malaysian. Exactly. Yeah, thousands of miles away. So great. This is actually, let me show you something. This is actually really cool. Let's see if I can find this. Okay, boom. We'll go here, we'll go here. So this is pioneering the future of AI dating. Okay. So let's check out the video here. Let's just see what it is. It's only 50 seconds.
Did you know that attraction comes in 3 different types? Did you know that attraction comes in 3 different types? The first is lust, which is all about sexual attraction and the release of hormones like testosterone and estrogen. The second is attachment, which involves oxytocin and vasopressin and is often referred to as the friend zone or the cuddle hormone. And then there's true attraction, that instant heart-racing feeling that floods us with dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine. For the first time in history, artificial intelligence uncovers the mystery of true attraction, and it's a big deal. We now understand why our eyes instantly pick one special face from hundreds of others. For those who are seeking that special chemistry, we created Iris. Join us today and experience the magic of true attraction.
So that's kind of cool, but that's the idea. Is they're using AI when you go through and you swipe, and they're trying to figure out exactly.
It's a conversation with Stuart Russell.
Got to turn the autoplay off. Lex Friedman just came up afterwards. Now, I have no inside information on Lex Friedman, but to me, he appears to be definitely a psyop. You know, this guy like came out of nowhere and he just is pushed everywhere. He's pushed everywhere. Do you know this guy? Lex Friedman? Everywhere. No matter where I go, there's Lex Friedman. And he has... I'm trying to think of who has less charisma that I could give you as an example, but I can't think of anyone with less charisma than Lex Friedman. But somehow he's like, got millions of he's got 3.3 million subscribers. How? Anyway, I'm relating to your headdress, Kimosabi. Thank you. Flat top. I don't know who's... Oh, does he have a flat top? I don't know. Anyway, one of the interesting things, though, with Iris, with this AI dating app that I think is kind of cool, in it they say if you match with someone who they choose for you, like one of the special selections, and you match with them and you start talking back and forth and you want to meet, supposedly they will pay for a trip so that you can go meet them. And that makes me think, right, that anyone that they choose for me, it can't be a real person. I'm skeptical about that, but I have not matched with anyone that they say, oh, you should check this person out. I haven't matched with any of them. But if so, that'd be really cool. I would, I hear Ukraine girls are popular right now. I'd meet a girl from Ukraine. And, if this company would fly them here, even better, because I'm not going to pay for it. Yeah, Lex totally is a psyop. I 100% think that. 100%. But what's up? Hey, OC Original Cockroach, thank you for the tip. You must be rolling in it, honestly, if you got your thermostat set at 80. I can't even relate. But Doug's saying average $100 a month. Yikes. There's no way I'm paying $100 a month to heat my place. That's for sure. I'm probably, I don't know, but I'm probably paying about 40 to 50, I think. Something like that. Of course, we're in different parts of the country, too. So, yeah. You should look up Captain Spaulding for inspiration on clown makeup with a beard. Okay. That's good to do, and I'm glad that all of your comments will be permanent in the video. So that's one thing that I really like. So I can always go back and find comments that were good. Late night show, automated hookups. Indeed. So that's kind of neat. So today I was doing more, being a woodsman, even more, going back and forth. I have 2 chainsaws, and I overuse them, and every time I do, I got to let one cool. So I get one going, I use it for about 10 minutes, and then I flip and get the other one, use that for about 10 minutes. And today, loaded up a truck, drove it out to the dump, or whatever its place, the place where you drop it off. Got out there at 4:02. Guess what time they closed? 4 o'clock. What kind of place closes at 4 o'clock on a Saturday? I didn't even look it up before we went. I knew Monday to Friday, they're open till 5. I assumed they were open till 5. But you know what they say about assuming. Well, Lucid, I think your message, I don't know if you retracted it or if the algorithm did, but I saw something there and immediately it disappeared and it says message retracted. So if you're having a problem with your messages not appearing on YouTube because, the algorithm, you can head on over to Rumble and drop the comment there. I would actually be interested to know what got removed, because I don't have anything set up to remove any comments. I don't have anything set up. I don't have any like banned word list or anything like that. So if you put something in there and YouTube takes it away, that's on them. That's the government, or YouTube, which is owned by Google, which is essentially the government. But I'd be interested to know what you were saying there, Lucid. But yeah. Anyway, here's a question for you. Oh, there we go. Nice. I know what you mean. Have you tried this thing called connections on New York Times? Now, I have never done it. A friend of mine stopped by today, actually helped me cutting some wood, and he said, have you tried connections? I said, I need some stuff for my show tonight, and I don't have a whole lot of time to plan because, you know, we're cutting wood. And he said, have you tried connections? He says, it's really cool. And I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. Has anyone played? Anyone played at all? But perhaps you all can help me. So, yeah, let's check this out here. Now, I might have to, you can see I have never played before. Let's see, scroll up. My dog is now gulping water. I don't know if you can hear that. Gulping water. Driving me crazy. Okay, let's see. So, here's the thing. Well, we don't need to read that. Let's just play. Okay, and we'll move it right there. Okay, so the idea is we have to figure out 4x4. What point of an AI date if we fight? I want it real. Yeah, I'm not talking about actually fighting the AI. You know, to be clear, supposedly the AI dating app is supposed to figure out your type based on who you say you like and who you don't like. And then after you go through 100 people or so, then it kind of figures out your type, and then it can pick people that's supposed to be good for you. Because one of the problems they say with dating apps is, like, let's say I'm here, I'm in East Portland, I say, oh, my radius is 10 miles. I don't want to drive more than 10 miles. But there could be somebody awesome that's 12 miles away. There could be my total match that's like 50 miles away. Well, if it was my soulmate was 50 miles away, I'd be cool with that. But, so that's kind of the idea behind the app. But anyway, here we go. This is connections on the New York Times here. And the idea is we have 4 groups of 4, and it's we have to figure out what the connection is between them. So here we've got new, look, same, taste, style, harvest, likewise, blue dress, touch, sailor, ditto, smell. So there's themes, and we got to put them together. Shh. Hey, hush. So, has anyone played this? No, guess not. Okay, so I probably should have done this before so I could seem smart and get it, but I didn't. Let's see. So, for example, like we could go new, because there's a new moon and a harvest moon and a blue moon, and is it a sailor moon? Let's just, nope. Oh, yes, moon. Something moon. So, we figured out the theme for those, and now we have 12 left to figure it out. Senses. Tobias is here, says senses. Taste, smell, touch, sight. Oh, very good. Taste, smell, touch, sight. Boom. Senses. Did you play this? Okay. Let's see. Thanks, Fat Cyborg. I don't know, you seem pretty smart. Well, thank you for that. But if I were really smart, I would have done it before so I could appear even smarter than I am. Well, let's see, there's a... Let's see, likewise is the same. Wait. I'm having a really hard time right now. Hey! Please. Come here. Come here. Here, say hi to the people. Come here. Up. Up. So here we go. This is Coconut. She's just a noisemaker. Just a noisemaker. Okay, go. Get out of here. Go. Go. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Same, ditto, second, and likewise. What would that be? Agreements. Okay. Same, likewise, second, ditto, and second. Agree. Oh, very good. And then lastly, we've got manner, look, style, and dress, and that is appearance. Okay, cool. Well, that is connections. And that's on the New York Times game place. Yeah, so let's check in with the chat while my dog is making noise. Terrible AI dating joke. Sorry about that. I need to leave it to the professionals. That's okay. Yeah, that's my dog, Coconut. She's been sleeping all evening. All evening. I put her food out there hours ago. She just left it. Couldn't be bothered. I start the show. She's prancing around. Now she's chomping. Earlier she was slurping. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, thank you, Tobias is here. Have you played this game, Tobias is here? Because it looks like you've played it because you were able to solve that pretty well. So that's pretty good. Now I want to show you one more, and this is just really dumb, okay? But I think that this is a good example that we suck at looking at people and deciding, what they did. There's stereotypes, but when it comes down to it, we're terrible at it. And let me show you. Let me show you. Okay. She won't stop. So this is the smoking gun. And this is their Friday photo fun. Okay? So we can just choose this right here. This is for today. And let's see if I can put that here. Okay, let's see. I'll put that here. Okay. Me there. So the idea is we need to match these people with their crime. Nice. That's nice. I like that. So we got this girl here. Nice smile, but she either did pornography involving juveniles. Well, who do we think did the porn involving juveniles? Which of these 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Who do you think did that one? Because that's, I guess it's all I guess technically murder is worse than that, but to me, I don't know, that's the worst. I don't know, because I can understand murder sometimes, sometimes, right? I get it. But that involving juveniles, no, I don't think so. So I'm gonna say it's probably this crazy. You think number 4? Number 4? This guy kind of does look like. I was gonna say it was this tatted guy, but yeah, number 4. Let's go with that. So we'll put that there. Okay. Next up we've got. Let's see. Who do you think was the murderer? Who was the murderer? 4 looks like murder to me. Says OX_0. Looks like deep anger still at the time of the mugshot, or maybe he was pissed at getting arrested. I could tell you, if you've ever been arrested, you're never really happy, right? I don't think anyone's extra happy when they get arrested. Tattoo definitely looks murder. So yeah, let's go tattoo. Tattooed guy for the murder. So we'll go murder. Okay. I'm gonna say so tattoo number 2 looks like a killer. Yeah, I'm with you there. So who do you think did the kidnapping? Which of these people did the kidnapping? I'm saying it's either 1 or 5 did the kidnapping. Number 3 looks a little too young to be kidnapping, but, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think 4 did everything. Trick question. 4 did all of them. Yeah, let's go for 5 did the kidnapping. And then this girl here, did she trespass on school grounds or assault? Or did this guy trespass on school grounds or assault? Who did the assault? 1 or 3? Who did the assault? 1 or 3? Yeah, 3 kind of looks assaulty to me. Assaulty? That should be a word. And that means that she's number 1. Now, I don't know. I have no idea what the answer is, but let's find out, shall we? Okay. And so, let's see. It says, oops, you got one of, wrong one there. Let's see. Nope. You got 1 of 5 correct. So who was correct? Oh, we got the guy that involved the kids. We got that one right. But everything else we got wrong. The girl did the assault. The tattooed guy trespassed on school grounds. The young black guy here did the kidnapping. And I would have thought that he was the least one to do kidnapping. And this guy that looks like a young me did the murder. Yikes. Yeah. So I think that is an example that we never know. We can't look at somebody and know what they did, you know. We got them all wrong. We got one right, didn't we? Yeah, we did get the guy that made some things with the kids. The number 4. Let's see if I can. The guy just below this guy here. Yeah, he did the thing involving kids. So, yuck. But anyway, that was just an example of that we just are not very good at looking at people and knowing what they did. You know, we think we are. We think we can pick this stuff out, but we can't. We can't. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So, you know, I wanted to. Here's something to talk. Has anyone heard of the? Is anyone here familiar with Mark Andreessen? Anyone? Mark Andreessen. He's a Tech guy. Tech guy. Hey, good to see you, Rev68. Glad you're here. What's up? What's up? Yeah, the game is rigged. But probably if you were working at the Smoking Gun and you were putting this game together, you'd kind of try to, pick people that didn't exactly look like the crime. So I get it. I get it. I would probably do that. Yeah, some people do like to take a bad picture. But I don't think anyone really looks good in a mugshot. I like Trump's mugshot. That was great. It was pretty good that he did it with just one picture. It wasn't centered. It wasn't centered. But he had the hair down. He obviously practiced the stare to get the good look. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Doc. I'm with you there. But does anybody know about Mark Andreessen? So, it annoys me that he's actually younger than me, but he looks about 20 years older than me. He's the co-author of Mosaic. You remember that from back in the day, the old web browser. A venture capital guy, co-founder of Netscape. He has venture capital Andreessen Horowitz. Anyway, his net worth is estimated to be nearly $2 billion. So, anyway, but he wrote something last week that I thought was really interesting stuff. And I wanted to share it with you because I just thought it was really cool. Let me grab the cam here. Let's see, this is the cam. Move that there. How about there? Okay. And let's see. Still trying to learn how all this works here. Okay, here we go. So this is the Techno-Optimist Manifesto. And this kind of made the rounds. And I don't know if you saw it or not. Did anyone see this? Yeah, t-shirt out now of Trump's mugshot. I think it's cool. I love it. I think it's awesome. But has anyone heard about this Techno-Optimist Manifesto? Because if you've been following my channel this year when I've been doing my live streams, I've talked about how optimistic I am about the time that we live in. And, when I read this, I'm just nodding my head. Yeah, this is right. This is right. It says, here's a quote to start it off. You live in a deranged age, more deranged than usual, because despite great scientific and technological advances, man has not the faintest idea of who he is or what he's doing. That's Walker Percy. Here we go. This is a quote from Marion Tuppy. Our species is 300,000 years old. For the first 290,000 years, we were foragers, subsisting in a way that's still observable among the Bushmen of the Kalahari and the Sentinelese of the Andaman Islands. Even after Homo sapiens embraced agriculture, progress was painfully slow. A person born in Sumer in 4000 BC would find the resources, work, and technology available in England at the time of the Norman Conquest or the Aztec Empire at the time of the Columbus quite familiar. Then, beginning in the 18th century, many people's standard of living skyrocketed. What brought about this dramatic improvement and why? Thomas Edison says, there's a way to do it better, find it. So here we go. This kind of reads a bit like slam poetry, but I think you're going to like it. Yeah, we live in the future. Mark Andreessen looks older because of the premature alopecia. Did not know that. Did not know that. It is funny, as we get older, I am always shocked at when I run into people, when there's like celebrities and whatnot, and I find out that they're like my age or younger than me or whatever. I'm like, whoa, oh my God, I'm getting old. Matthew Perry passed away today, if you're just joining us, from Friends. They found him in his hot tub by himself. Sad, really sad. But we're about the same age. And yeah. But then when I look at him and I'm like, do I look that old? Do I look that old? I don't think I do. But I don't know. We're probably not good at judging our own age when we look in the mirror. So anyway, this reads a bit like slam poetry, but I think you'll like it. Here we go. Lies. We're being lied to. We are told that technology takes our jobs, reduces our wages, increases inequality, threatens our health, ruins the environment, degrades our society, corrupts our children, impairs our humanity, threatens our future, and is ever on the verge of ruining everything. We're told to be angry, bitter, resentful about technology. We're told to be pessimistic. The myth of Prometheus, in various updated forms like Frankenstein, Oppenheimer, and the Terminator, haunts our nightmares. We're told to denounce our birthright, our intelligence, our control over nature, our ability to build a better world. We're told to be miserable about the future. But here's the truth. Truth. I'm still getting used to getting this on the screen right. Okay. Our civilization was built on technology. Our civilization is built on technology. Technology is the glory of human ambition and achievement, the spearhead of progress, and the realization of our potential. For hundreds of years, we properly glorified this, until recently. I'm here to bring the good news. We can advance to a far superior way of living and of being. We have the tools, the systems, the ideas, we have the will. It is time once again to raise the technology flag. It is time to be techno-optimists. Yeah. But let me go through one more section here. This is about technology. Techno-optimists believe that societies, like sharks, grow or die. We believe growth is progress, leading to vitality, expansion of life, increasing knowledge, higher well-being. We agree with Paul Collier when he says economic growth is not a cure-all, but lack of growth is a kill-all. We believe everything good is downstream of growth. We believe not growing is stagnation, which leads to zero-sum thinking, internal fighting, degradation, collapse, and ultimately death. There are only three sources of growth: population growth, natural resource utilization, and technology. Developed societies are depopulating all over the world, across cultures. The number of human population may already be shrinking. Natural resources utilization have sharp limits, both real and political. And so the only perpetual source of growth is technology. In fact, technology, new knowledge, new tools, what the Greeks called techne, has always been the main source of growth and perhaps the only cause for growth, as technology made both population growth and natural resources utilization possible. We believe technology is the lever of the world, the way to make more with less. Economists measure technological progress as productivity growth, how much more we can produce each year with fewer inputs, fewer raw materials. Productivity growth, powered by technology, is the main driver in economic growth, wage growth, and the creation of new industries and new jobs. As people and capital are continuously freed to do more important, valuable things in the past. Productivity growth causes prices to fall, supply to rise, and demand to expand, improving the material well-being of the entire population. And now we just got a couple believes thing here, but this is good. We believe this is the story of the material development of our civilization. And just picture Mel Gibson in front of a group of people in a field getting ready for battle. This is why we're not still living in mud huts, eking out meager survival and waiting for nature to kill us. We believe this is why our descendants will live in the stars. We believe that there are no material problem, whether created by nature or by technology, that cannot be solved with more technology. We had a problem of starvation, so we invented the green revolution. We had a problem with darkness, so we invented electric lighting. We had a problem with cold, so we invented indoor heating. We had a problem with heat, so we invented air conditioning. We had a problem with isolation, so we invented the internet. We had a problem with pandemics, so we invented vaccines. We have a problem with poverty, so we invent technology to create abundance. Give us a real-world problem, we can invent technology that will solve it. And there's more, but I don't want to just read to you. But I thought this was really interesting. The whole idea is that we can solve it with technology. Technology will give us more time, and we can do more with less. That's what technology is. It's kind of the opposite of this channel, right? Which is, I do all kinds of, I try to prepare a lot of stuff, and, you know, what do we got? I don't know. 24 people watching, so, you know. But anyway, that's cool. Let's see what's, just check in here. Yeah, we live in the future. Trust the science became trust the technology. Yeah. OX_00. I'm a tech person, but talking about advancement of people since 300,000 years ago, I think we have comforts I'm thankful for, but as a species, we're the same people, no different. We forget about nature, cures, and history gets rewritten as much as we learn. I'm glad I live when I do and not before, but I think advancement comes from within, not from machines. Well, I'm not saying, you know, I don't think this is that machines are doing the advancement, but one of the most incredible things I think about today is, so I studied computer science, right, back in the day. And I actually left high school to go to a technical school where I learned assembly language. If anybody that's into computers knows, it's like very base level programming. And at the time, you know, there was an internet, right? It did exist, but it was just text-based, right? You had, I think, 24 lines, and you had 80 characters across, and that was it. And back then, I was just saying this earlier today. Like when I was in college, I didn't even talk to my mom that much because it was long distance, and it cost a lot of money to talk on the phone. I don't know if you remember, but you know, you had like, you'd do collect calls, 1-800-collect. And now, you know, everybody's got a cell phone. Homeless people have cell phones, and they have unlimited minutes. And that's all brought about by technology, you know. Really, really awesome stuff. But when I was studying computer science, and even in college studying it, there was a web, but it was just text. There was no World Wide Web or graphics for the web until after I graduated. Yeah. That didn't come around until I, you know, years after I was done with university. And now here I am streaming to you all over the world from my living room. It's amazing what's happened in the last 30 years. Just we're going so quickly. And if you think about it, if someone wanted to do what I'm doing now with the, got the live chat and I'm actually streaming to different platforms, it's unthinkable. And even, years ago, you would have to have some kind of team together, working together to be able to do all of this. And it's just me. I mean, I think it's incredible. Here I am. I can switch cameras, right? Go to different shots, kind of cool, bring up the chat. Although when I bring up the chat, I think I should move over there, and boom, I can just do that on the fly. So I really am optimistic about the future. I'm not real optimistic about the future of the United States. Maybe we'll pull through this. Maybe not. I don't know. There's a non-zero chance that we'll have a country in 10 years. I think it's a very small chance. But I wouldn't have thought that like 5 years ago. I wouldn't have thought that. But now, it's getting a little scary. So I'm, I don't know about the U.S. I don't know if the U.S. is going to survive. Will this empire keep going? Don't know. Probably. Small chance that everything falls apart. But I really am optimistic. And there's so much that you can do now that if you've got a great idea, you can sell things online, you can sell ideas, you can sell courses, you can teach other people. There's so much you can do. So, yeah. Tobias is here, says, it's too optimistic to be true. I'm techno-neutral. The vaccine part shows the blind spots of those who are decidedly optimistic about science, technology, and progress. There's a price for progress. There is. Absolutely. Yeah, there is a price for progress. That is for sure. But, we really can solve these problems. I think one of the issues is when there's things that we're not allowed to talk about. And I think that anything that you can't talk about, we need to talk about. I have experienced that myself with my channel. My channel was taken off and I made a certain video about a certain person with the initials JB. And all of a sudden, like, my channel is no longer in Google. You can search for the titles and it just doesn't appear. And on Bing, I'm the #1 result. And you go to Google and I'm not there. And the craziest part is some of my videos that were popular, they're downloaded and uploaded by like bot farms and stuff like that, click farms. So pirated versions of my videos are ranked higher than my actual videos, So it's like, something's going on there. So I think the big problem that we have is people that are in charge that are dishonest and are lying to us. That's really the big problem that we have. But I am really optimistic. And in fact, I will say, if anyone has a good idea for a business or something, I have worked with a lot of people getting that going. And, drop me a line. I would love to give advice on that, because that's kind of my thing. Let's see what else is happening. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, you know what? I want to make sure I did something. Oh no, let's see. Oh, I gotta share this. I was supposed to share this when I went live and I didn't. Oh no. So let's do this. Is anybody on Twitter? I'm going to tweet out that I'm live. And if anyone can go over there and retweet it, that would be awesome. If you can. So, yeah, I was supposed to do this before I went live, but we'll get it up there now. We're live having a Halloween hangout. Stop by. My computer is super slow. And say boo. I'm actually a little scared. The computer that I'm streaming from is not responsive. Weird. Very weird. Anyway. Yeah, I clicked tweet or whatever, and it's, there we go. Post was sent. Okay, cool. All right, glad I got that up. Glad I got that going. So what else is happening tonight? Let me know, what is going to be your, where's my last comment? Really slow showing up on your screen. Yeah, my computer is, this is really, really slow. I see your last comment says, trust the science becomes trust the technology. So I did get it there. But yeah, for whatever reason, it's, I don't know what's going on. Really slow. Really slow. And I've got it maxed out. I got 32 gigs of RAM running it, you know, so it should be going, but I don't know. No say, hombre. You got any good ideas for hilarious Halloween costumes? It totally deleted my comment on common knowledge. I have no idea, Natasha. I have no idea why it did that. It didn't do that on Rumble. Maybe that's only doing it on the YT. So who knows? But yeah, some other people, their comments were like they were typed in, and then it would just say like comment retracted or something like that, and then it just disappeared. I have no idea. I'm not an expert in the comments section, so that's all I can. Yeah. Maybe it's because I used the V word. Oh, perhaps, yeah. There are certain words you just cannot use. You cannot use certain words, so perhaps that was it. I don't know. But what is a good Halloween costume this year? I did see one that I thought was funny. It's the girl who what is her name? The girl that was on the plane. That guy back there is not real. Whatever it is. You know, that guy right there is not real. Some words to that effect. She was kicked off a plane and she was screaming that pointing at someone saying that guy's not real. Anyway, let's see. That man is not real. Okay, so here we go. This is who I'm talking about. You know what this girl here. You've seen her. The guy that's not real. So anyway, this girl from the plane, people are dressing as her for Halloween, and that's kind of fun. I guess if you have a similar body type, you got the little crop top and the ratty jeans and the bag, and you can just pull your hair back in a bun, point at people, tell them they're not real. That'd be a good Halloween costume, I suppose. Hey, look over here. OX_00. Always coming. Boom. Let's go boom. Here we go. Natasha, come over here. They don't pull comments here. Jab, vax, boop, beep. COVID-19, lab leak, Biden, Trump. Message not deleted. So there you go. I remember that girl. Now she's a Halloween costume. Yeah, she is a Halloween costume. And I saw on her Twitter. I actually follow her on Twitter, but I can't remember her name because I'd pull it up. But they're doing like a little giveaway. So she's going to pick like a person that dresses as her for Halloween and, give like $1,000 like air voucher to go fly somewhere. I think it was $1,000, something like that. But she would buy you a round trip ticket. She's going to pick the best person that dresses her for Halloween. So I thought that was kind of funny. I think that the greatest costume that I ever had, well, the absolute greatest costume I had is when I was a kid. I made a big paper mache head, and it was like a weird kind of thing. And I was dressing up as what I thought a hiccup would look like. Yeah, I was a weird kid. Because no one got it. And then they'd say, "Oh, what are you?" And I say, "Oh, I'm a hiccup." Yeah. Bizarre. But no, my favorite costume that I had, and it's not technically blackface. Not blackface. When one of the guys in Milli Vanilli passed away, the following Halloween, I had a big black mop on my head that kind of looked like fancy braids, and I did my makeup white like a ghost, and I had a big Africa medallion and a leather jacket with the big shoulder pads, and then I wore little bike spandex shorts and Doc Martens. So I dressed up like Milli Vanilli from the Girl You Know It's True video. I dressed up like that, and I was the ghost of Milli Vanilli. I thought that was a fun I thought that was a fun costume. Poor taste, probably poor taste, but that was the most clever one that I've come up with. Has anyone come up with a good costume? Doc says, my best costume was a Clint Eastwood style cowboy, while most others dressed as Roy Rogers style cowboy. Okay. Well, definitely I think a Clint Eastwood style cowboy is much cooler. Absolutely much cooler. I need more information on the hiccup. I was, whatever. I was a weird kid. And, I got to make a costume, and my parents were always supportive of what I wanted to do. We'd had some paper mache, and this is probably third grade, maybe, something like that. It had to have been third grade because I was in California at the time. And so if I were any older than that, I would have been in New Mexico. And so I said, oh, I had a dream. I know what a hiccup looks like. And it was just kind of like an alien. I just kind of made like a big, weird alien head that out of paper mache that sat on my head that was really hard to keep on without it falling off. It was dumb, but, I was weird. I was one of those kids. I went to a happy birthday party one time, and everybody's getting their face painted as, a cat or a dog or, whatever, butterfly or something. And I had the person paint the Canadian flag on my face. So, little odd, little odd. Just say no to drugs. Okay. Yeah, exactly. No, not on drugs as a second or third grader. Absolutely not. Just a bit odd, Let's see you know what, and I don't even know if this is going to work, but I just keep thinking back to Matthew Perry. I just keep thinking about him, and I think this will take 30 seconds. So let me just knock this out. This is which friend's character are you? Okay. So, and I looked at this before. I didn't go through it, but there's like 4 questions. So it says pick a color. So I'm going to pick a color. Yeah, I like blue. So I'll do blue. Pick a movie. We've got Jurassic Park, Jurassic Park 2, Wet Hot American Summer. Didn't really care for that. My Best Friend's Wedding, Ratatouille, never even seen it. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, pass. Love Actually, The Goonies, or The Godfather. You're saying Last Crusade? Yeah, we'll do Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Okay. Pick a season. Winter, spring, summer, or fall. I don't know. I'm a big spring guy. So I'm just gonna pick spring. I think this is about it. Is this did it I can't even tell if it I guess it selected. Pick a song. You Got a Friend in Me, Randy Newman. Biz Marquis' Just a Friend. Did you know that's pretty much a cover, that song? Yeah. We're Going to Be Friends by the White Stripes. Can't Be Friends by Trey Songz. I have no idea what that is. My Best Friend by Tim McGraw. Don't know that song either. With a Little Help from My Friends, Joe Cocker. Okay. With a Little Help from My Friends, The Beatles. My Best Friend's Girl, The Cars, or You're My Best Friend by Queen. Gotta be The Cars. Gotta be The Cars. Think about The Cars all the time. Spring is the season of hope. I agree. And on a Friday night, you can be found on a date. Not anymore. I don't know. Everybody got weird from the pandemic. Everyone got weird. Wondering what your ex is doing? Nope. I spend exactly no time on that. Working? Well, I guess now I'm streaming, so maybe working. We'll say hanging out with your kids? Well, don't have any, so drinking with friends at a party. Have to be invited to a party. Sleeping? Dancing at a club? Nope. Making dinner and watching a movie at home? Probably. Playing board games? Probably making dinner and watching a movie at home. I know. Boring. Boring. And pick a power. Invisibility, time travel, the ability to magically write hit songs? No. Super strength? No. Ability to fly? That'd be okay. Teleportation would actually be better than flying, though. The ability to read minds, the ability to breathe underwater, or night vision. Of all of these, I guess time travel. And I'm assuming that this is my version of time travel where I can actually go back in time and then come back here. Do a little, Sam Beckman. What is I forget the name of the show. Quantum Leap. Yeah, I'm going to say time travel like Quantum Leap. Okay, pick a bird. Oh, we're almost done. Here we go. Crow, peacock, chicken, turkey, big bird, duck, eagle, penguin, or a parrot. Well, the only one I've had is a chicken. So I'm going with chicken. Pick a fantasy series. Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Twilight, Game of Thrones, Hunger Games, or Star Wars. This is tough because I'd pass on all of them. On all of them, I would pass. Time Lord. Exactly. Quantum Leap, yeah. Quantum Leap was cool, and I know they did a reboot of Quantum Leap, and I think I've only watched the pilot episode, and I never followed through and watched it. But fantasy series, I don't know. See, I'd like to say like Game of Thrones. I've never seen it. Lord of the Rings, I have fallen asleep every single time I've tried to watch Lord of the Rings. It doesn't matter what happens. Usually, I mean, I'm watching it on a big screen, and I think it's just kind of the slow-moving shots that they have, like, wears out my eyes. I just get tired. I've fallen asleep every Lord of the Rings, and I've gone to the theater for it, and I've fallen asleep. All three of those, and The Hobbit, fell asleep as well. And that was in, I think I saw The Hobbit in, like, 70 millimeter, you know? So it was like, I don't know, was it 60 frames a second or so? It was like at a very unusual high frame rate at the theater. It looked almost like a video game. It looked really weird. But I fell asleep during that as well. So for this one, yeah, I'm not a big Star Wars fan. I mean, I don't dislike it, but, you know. But yeah, I guess I'll go Star Wars. You would rather date, let's see, Don Draper? No, not my type. Olivia Pope? I don't know who she is. I'm assuming this is somebody famous, but I don't know her. Liz Lemon? Or maybe a character. These are characters, I guess. Liz Lemon? No. Jesse Pinkman? I don't think so. Carrie Bradshaw? Not that character. No. No. Tom Haverford? No. SpongeBob? Not really into sponges. Daenerys Targaryen? See, you can tell I haven't seen the show. Probably her. She looks great. Or Rachel. I guess I'd go for Rachel, right? I mean, we have to. And on New Year's Eve, I'll be sleeping, watching fireworks, small gathering, fancy expensive event, watching the ball drop at home, party at Times Square, dancing at a huge party full of people you don't know. No plans, just going with the flow. Drinking. Well, if I'm being honest, yeah, I'll go drinking. Pick a TV show. Girls' Glee, Breaking Bad, Homeland, How I Met Your Mother, Grey's Anatomy, Law & Order SUV, The Sopranos, or House. This one is really easy. For me. As you know, I seem to be obsessed with kind of conspiratorial thinking around our government. And I watched Homeland knowing that it's based on a true story. I believe that that's true, so I'm picking Homeland. That was a great show. And, okay, so what? Wait, how do I find out? How do I find out what I chose? Which Friends character are you? Okay, I picked everything. Well, why is it not? Okay, maybe I need to make this bigger? No? I think I picked everything. There's no button for me to press. Well, maybe I'll just tell you who. Well, that was disappointing because I didn't get to find out what friend's character I am. But I probably would be the Chandler Bing character. I think that's probably closer to me. And I think that's kind of why I don't know. It's tough. You know, and it's weird when someone you don't even know, just some celebrity, right? And like, I haven't even thought about Matthew Perry in a long time. But I don't know, there's something about, like, you feel like some kinship with someone, you know, some celebrity, a rock star or something like that, and then they pass away. And, yeah, I don't know, like, sometimes it hits you and sometimes it doesn't. And, as well, kind of, I don't know, weird. Isn't it weird? I also saw that, Richard Mole, who played Bull on Night Court. Bull Shannon, he was the bailiff on Night Court. He also passed away today. And that's the thing, if you're a celebrity, you got to pass away on a day that no other celebrity passes away, you know? Because if someone more famous passes away, you don't make the news. Although I guess it doesn't really matter, you know, if you're dead, I suppose. I don't know. For this browser, though, I've been using the Brave browser, and perhaps the Brave browser doesn't work with BuzzFeed or something. I don't know. That's weird. Natasha says, I got to ask Brooke Shields what happened to her eyebrows. I don't know what happened to Brooke's eyebrows. Did something happen to her eyebrows? Matt Perry was trying to use his struggle with drugs to help others in the situation. I respect that. Yeah, I do too. Was he killed by Bob Saget? I don't think so. Bob Saget's gone. So, Bob Saget also very, very funny guy. Yeah, Matthew Perry did have a reboot show where I think he worked in some kind of corporate business, some kind of weird business. I forget what it was about. But I think there were only a few episodes and it got canceled. I remember liking it, though. I thought it was funny. But Doug, you used to watch Night Court? Yeah, I thought Night Court was great. I really enjoyed it. Now, I know they did a reboot that was a total failure, right? I guess it's a failure because all I heard is when it premiered, and then I never heard anything about it again. So I'm guessing, you know, it was a total failure. Oh, the music one is not highlighted. Okay, so let me go to the music one. Let's see. The power. Okay. Oh, look. Oh. It had a little confetti coming down. But yeah, thank you, OX_00. Thank you for checking that. Which friend's character are you? Chandler, well done. You're a funny one with a heart of gold. No one really knows what you do for work, but you can rock the mysteriousness. So, yeah. Thank you for figuring that out. But that's kind of apropos that's what I would get. Chandler Bing. Good dude. Good dude. I don't remember Night Court, but I remember Bull. Yeah, he was a big guy. Let's see. So that's him right there. And he made it to 80. So that's a good run. Richard Mole made it to 80. Matthew Perry only made it to 54. So not as quite a good run, but anyway, how about that? I guessed correctly. Yeah. No, I knew I'd be Chandler all along. I was pretty sure of that. It's interesting, that show didn't age exactly right. I've heard a lot of young people have all kinds of problems with that show. There were a lot of jokes, gay jokes and trans jokes and things like that are not quite acceptable anymore. And, I was thinking about this earlier today. Actually, we were talking about this when we were going to the dump. We should really not judge people based on our morality today, right? There are different times. And if, and I was thinking about this, even with, I watched Bill Burr's movie on Netflix last night, Old Dads. And part of it is just how people are changing and mores and social norms are changing. And you really can't judge people. You have to judge people in the time that they are, right? Because if we were to go back 100 years, right, you would think that a lot of the behavior of people was abhorrent, was just like the worst. And, and you could go back 100 years and say, oh, you know what, the men were not treating women as equals, right? So I think pretty much every man 100 years ago, right, would be a sexist by today's standards, right? So there's really no point in judging people based on the rules today. We got to judge them by the rules back then. And it seems like a very simple thing, but I guess a lot of people don't get it because we hear it all the time. This person did this thing, and I don't know. So odd. Anyway, just for fun, does anyone have a question for me? Because if you got a question for me, I will answer a question, perhaps. But if there's something that you'd like to know, now is your opportunity, because frankly, I don't ask very much. Natasha says, morals are changing, and that's what caused the fall of the Roman Empire. I expect the fall of America. Go back a few hundred years and slavery was acceptable in most cultures. Not that long ago, really. Yeah. I mean, that's the case. That absolutely was the case. OX_00. I love Bill Burr's comedy. I really like Bill Burr's comedy as well. It seems recently, though, he's hit on something that just kind of rubs me the wrong way, and perhaps I'm projecting because, we all kind of do that. We project. But it seemed like in his last special, it was just, hey, let me hate on white women. That's kind of what his last special seemed to be. And a lot of his stand-up, I think everyone should take hits, don't get me wrong. But it just kind of seemed to be like, let me really, I'm not hitting all women. I'm not putting down all women. I'm putting down white women. And I don't know. Bill Burr lost his edge. And his wife wokeified him. kind of seems that way. Now, with the movie that I watched last night on Netflix, Old Dads, I thought it was great. And it wasn't preachy. It was pretty funny. Only a little raunch. Only a little bit of raunch. I mean, that I don't care about that. But I just meant if you're going to watch it in front of kids or something. Yeah. Will you please demonstrate some dance exercise, please? Okay. Tom, why won't you leave Portland? Okay. This is why. I'll tell you why. I would like to. In fact, I would like to. I live here because my family lives here. Both my sisters live here in Portland. They have families. They have kids. They're all here. My folks live near Portland. And I probably talk to my mom more than I talk to any other person on earth. And they come up and visit me, and they stay with me, have an extra room in my house, a guest room in my house, and they come and visit and stay. And that's really important to me. That's really important to me. If there were somewhere else that were really calling to me that I could go to quickly, I probably would. But right now, the next place I want to move to is Mexico City. I've been going down to Mexico City for a number of years. Last year I went down for a month and just got to hang out last time I went down for a month, I treated it as if I was going to say, I'm not going to do any tourist stuff at all. I'm just going to hang out like I live here to see if this is me, if it suits me. And I felt like it suited me. I felt at home there in Mexico City. I stayed in an area of town called Condesa and near Roma. Roma is the neighborhood that the Oscar-winning film was named after. But I stayed in Condesa. The street I stayed at is Avenida Amsterdam, and it was an old horse track. So it's a loop, just a nice big loop, and there's a big park in the middle. I loved being there so much that's if I move from here, it's probably going to be Mexico City as my next move. And because there's really nowhere that's calling to me right now in the U.S. Had I had it together a couple years ago, I would have got a place in Boise. I had a great time when I visited Boise, Idaho. Really nice people, and it was great. Winters there can get bad, but and houses were cheap, 6-7 years ago, but they've gone through the roof. They've like more than doubled in price in the last couple of years. Yeah. So never been married. Don't have any kids. And I wish I wish I were. I wish I were married, and I wish I had kids. And probably that's one of the greatest regrets that I have is not getting married. And I look back, and there were a whole bunch of people I could have married, like in hindsight. And that's probably one of my big regrets, not doing that. I always heard Mexico City can be dangerous. Well, first of all, perhaps, right? Any place can be dangerous. Portland can be dangerous. I think I told you the story the other day that the guy living in front of my house for 2 months parked in front of my house. I got pictures of it. I got video of me talking to the guy. Ended up being a murderer. And he shot a guy at a hospital here in Portland. And I recognized him, when they released it to the news. I'm like, oh, I know that guy. Oh, my God, that was the guy living in front of my house. So, yeah, I mean, like, it's dangerous everywhere. One of the great things about Mexico City is, it all depends on who you are and everything. I'm pretty big, okay? um, and when I go to Mexico City, I'm, the tallest person is about to hear on me, and you might have a different experience if you're not a big dude, right? I think you'd probably have a totally different experience if you were like a tiny lady, okay? But for me, I kind of got respect everywhere I went. Uh, I would even go to areas of town like Tepito, which is like a big like flea market area, and they say that's where you can hire hitmen and all kinds of stuff there. I went there. I probably went there 4 times. I had a blast, and I never felt nothing felt dangerous to me. I went and saw Triple Mania, which is like their WrestleMania, right? A big thing. And I was coming home like at midnight, just going through some, I guess probably some shady areas, but no, I felt fine. But one thing to keep in mind about Mexico City, and this is a statistic that I really got me, is there's 100,000 millionaires that live in Mexico City. Okay, and so any place with 100,000 millionaires is going to have some nice areas, and they take care of it well. And so, like where I was staying, the sidewalks were swept every day. There wasn't a piece of trash anywhere. It felt very safe. In the parks, like on the weekends, people are out and setting up amps and playing music, and people are dancing, and it really felt like I was in a movie. It really did. So, yeah. And what's funny is in the past, when I've had long hair, right? Walking around Mexico City, when you got lots of hair, people are always asking, what band I was in. Like I'm on tour or something. And I would also get asked if I were a wrestler, if I were a professional wrestler. And I thought that was kind of amusing. But I really stuck out when walking around there. But all the people were so kind. I've never been a place where people were kinder and were looking out for me having a nice time. They were really concerned that I was having a nice time and that I would go back to America and tell everyone what a nice place it was. And that was universal. Like, I probably had at least a dozen people tell me, oh, I'm so glad you're having a good time. Be sure to tell people back in America that you had a nice time here. And yeah, so that's why it was calling out to me so much. I did not pretend to be a famous rock star, no. Although, it was funny. But yeah, many people asked me, like, "Oh, where are you guys playing?" I'd be downtown or around the area, and people would ask me where I was playing, which I found amusing. But, we all kind of stereotype, right? And if there's some big dude with long hair walking around by himself, you might think, what's that dude doing here? Obviously he's not a tourist or, something. Well, he's got to be here for a reason. So that was it. They thought I was a pro wrestler or in a rock band. So that was kind of fun. Yeah. But here, I will show you something really quick. Let me see if I can pull this up. Got to pay protection money in Mexico City. Not that I'm aware of. Okay, Tom, maybe you wouldn't need to pay protection money. I never even heard of that. It just seemed very friendly. But here, I want to show you something real quick. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but wow, this browser is extremely slow. But you asked, and I will. Tom had a murderer just outside his house. Yeah, absolutely. Now, granted, he was living in front of my house 2021 during the pandemic. His car was parked out there. But here we go. I'll show you this. Okay. You got to see me doing some dance fitness. That's what I teach every day. That was a song called Happiest Man Alive. I filmed that up in Vancouver, BC. When I was up on vacation there, they had a really cool little statues of happy men in circles. And so I went up and filmed that. So that was fun. That was an interesting. So there you go. I've never shared that, but yeah, I just filmed like 2 videos. That's the only thing I've put up on that channel. It's called Tom Choreo, like choreography. CHOREO, Tom Choreo, and then I put up a warm up mix. I want to record more of those, and in the one of the things about doing this live stream that's been very helpful to me is I don't have to be a perfectionist. And I think that was one of the things that was stopping me for years of doing live streams is I wanted it to be really good. And you can't be a perfectionist if you're doing things live. You just have to let things go and just go with the flow. And so that has been very helpful to me this year in doing all these live streams is I just got to go with the flow. And you know what? I make mistakes and it happens and I just got to roll with it. And so that's been really good for me because, to be honest, and I usually don't like it when people say to be honest, but it's true. To be honest, I'm not super comfortable. I was never super comfortable with doing any live streaming. That's why I didn't do it for like the first 4 years of having the channel. I had a lot of anxiety about doing the live streaming, and I thought, well, the way to get better, the way to get over this is just to do it. So I just started live streaming every day, and now I feel pretty comfortable at doing it. And it's the same thing with these dance choreography videos, is I just want them to be really, really, really good. And I just need to get over that. Just go out and film some, put it up, So that's that. But if you go to that video on Tom Choreo, right next to it, it has a little link, and it's amazing laughter. That's the name of those statues in Vancouver, BC. And if you visit Vancouver, you got to go check it out because it's really cool. It's like all the way southwest, all the way on like the southwest corner of the downtown island area. So that's cool. What the hell is the story with the murderer outside your home? Who was he? What happened? Well, I guess I can show you that. Let's see. Okay. All right. So let's try this one. So in 2021, January and February, there was a guy living in front of my house, and he was living in his car. And obviously that doesn't make anyone comfortable, but if someone's living right in front of your house, you can't really go like curse them out, tell them to hit the bricks, because well, they know when you leave your house, right? Because they're right in front of it. And so I was always very cordial with this guy. And I always told him, like, hey, this is kind of a dangerous spot. Why don't you move over, next to the park or something? Because that's, I don't want you to get hit if you're sleeping here at night. If a car comes through, sometimes people speed by this area. There's other streets that are a little safer. And he's like, and sometimes he would use my yard as a latrine. And that was pretty gross. And I didn't care for that. And I talked to the cops, and they're like, hey, our city, our mayor said it's an emergency. We can't do anything. The guy, we can't kick the guy out from in front of your house. And I said, yeah, but he's, taking a dump in my yard, because there's something you can do about that. And he said, well, do you have him on video? And I'm like, no. He's like, well, if you get him on video, then we can, get rid of him. So that's when I got all my cameras. That's when I got all my security cameras all around my house. And the guy was there about 2 months. And actually, the police went and talked to him and told him not to shit in my yard, okay, anymore. And he didn't after that, thank goodness. And, after about 2 months, he moved on and went somewhere else. But here it is. This is Fox 12, Oregon. Name released of Portland officers connected to death of Legacy Good Samaritan shooter. So this was August of this year. These are the men that shot him. Oh, that's all. Okay, well, that's not a good one. Let's see. Here we go. Here's the Oregonian. Police that's the same one. Okay, let's see. Here's OPB. This is our local PBS. Hospital security guard was killed in a shooting Saturday at Legacy Good Samaritan Hospital, Northwest Portland. Suspect in that shooting was later shot and killed by police in Gresham. Gresham is to the east of Oregon. But he was actually shot at this intersection. There's a Habitat for Humanity that I've been to lots of times. They have Habitat for Humanity. They have building supplies and things. But he was shot there. And I was trying to see if they had a picture of the guy. So here we go. Okay. Gunman at Portland Hospital had history of mental illness, threatened to punch the baby out of girlfriend's stomach. Well, that's not good. But I'm looking here at all the pictures, and I don't think we have any pictures of him. Interesting. But his name was Ponia X Kane Callis. So I'm not sure if that was his birth name, given name, or if he changed that. But Ponia X Kane Callis. And he had a standoff in Gresham, and the cops there shot him But I think it was a pretty good shot because there were no there were no protests. And you would think if a black man is shot by police in Portland, Oregon, probably it would be a big deal. But in this case, this was a guy that had shot a security guard, and there were no big things. Oh, here he is. Yeah. So this is the guy that was living in front of my house. Ended up murdering someone, and then he was shot dead. So this is the guy I had to deal with. Not that tall a guy. He was, I don't know, maybe 5'7" or something. He wasn't a big guy. But yeah, that was him. That's the story. That was the guy that lived in front of my house, the murderer. So again, when you think about, things, you got to be careful everywhere. And I'm just very glad that I didn't tear into this guy, Hey there, buddy, you can't, hit the bricks, I didn't do any of that and I'm glad that I didn't, because who knows what could have happened. I was always very cordial, very nice to him. Every time I passed him, like walking my dog, every time I passed him, I was always, said nice things and hello and everything. And in hindsight, that was the right decision. Yeah. Yeah, you don't need to be a big guy when you have a gun. Exactly. And I think that's why he had a gun. So, yeah. Callis changed his name from Reginald Jackson in 2019, according to the documents obtained by Coin6 News. Oh, well, thank you for the update on that, Rev. I didn't know that. But yeah, okay, so his name was Reginald Jackson, Reggie Jackson, and he changed his name. So that's what happened there. That's what happened there. Kind of scary. And I don't know, I went through a lot of emotional stuff when, as soon as I recognized him. It was on Twitter. I saw his picture because I follow the cops on Twitter. That is a way that you can contact them, actually. They don't encourage that, but, if you need something, Twitter's actually a really good way to contact the local cops. Yeah. But being cordial is generally the right decision. Trust your instincts. Yeah. It was interesting. And I think the really weird thing that happened with it, and I don't know, maybe this has happened to you too. I had like all kinds of I felt really weird because I recognized him immediately. Immediately I recognized him. And I just had like this whole swirl of emotions, and I don't even know what it meant, but it was just bizarre. And then what was funny is I called the non-emergency number to let them know that, hey, this is the guy that was living in front of my house. Because I thought, I don't know, maybe they need it, or maybe that would help with their investigation or whatever. And so I called non-emergency. And, I'm on hold for like 20 minutes or something before I get to talk to somebody. And then when I did, this girl answers the phone. She's like, yeah, what do you need? And I said, oh, the guy that was, shot in Gresham, the murderer from the hospital. I recognize him. He was living in front of my house. And they were like, okay, what do you want us to do? I was like, well, I've turned in some police reports on him. I've done some police reports on the guy. So you can look up my name, and then you can see that, you guys came out to my house and talked to the guy. And, I just thought it would be, helpful, right? I'm just trying to be helpful. And the police operator, I don't think it was a police. I think it was probably someone working for, she's like, what do you want us to do? He's dead, right? I was like, yeah, I know he's dead, but, I'm just saying, I'm just trying to share information. Maybe it's helpful or not. I don't. And she just kept saying, well, what do you want us to do? I said, I don't know. Like, no, pass the information on to the detectives. That's it. That's all I can. I don't know. It was weird. It was weird. I'm trying to do the right thing. And they're just like, what? He's dead. What do you care? I'm like, all right, whatever. But yeah, they could have done something sooner. Absolutely. This guy we could have done something sooner. Indeed. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, that was weird. So yeah, glad you didn't put that info that he had lived in front of your house in the report, because then all the homeless folks would know you had a vacancy. Yeah, exactly. Things have kind of cleared up a little bit in Portland. But anyway, on that high note, happy Halloween, everyone. I'm glad that you could join me on this Saturday night stream. This was cool. I had a fun time. So thanks for hanging out with me. I don't have anything else. I think I'm gonna hit the hay. But thanks for hanging out. I had a glorious time. I will be back with a stream on Monday at noon on the West Coast, 3 on the East Coast. My regular Coffee Nuance show with politics and news of the day and a good news story of the day. And then I will be doing this late night stream. I will be on Monday. I'll be back doing it on Monday. Midnight Americano. Midnight on the East Coast. That's 9 p.m. on the West Coast. So, come join me Monday night. Hope you all have a great Sunday. Go do something awesome. Yeah. Why didn't you just say, well, now you can close the file on my complaint? Yeah, it would have been good. I wasn't, yeah. So that's like a George Costanza moment. You figure out the joke, like, afterwards. You want to run back in, The jerk store called, they're out of you. Yeah. But anyway, thanks for both everyone on YouTube and on Rumble. That's why I'm doing this. I'm promoting Rumble. So those people on YouTube, go sign up for Rumble and, join the fun on Rumble. Because that is, that's the place to be. And I got some custom emojis. Tell you what, I'm going to try to make a few more custom emojis specifically for the Rumble channel. I'm trying to use a little persuasion here. So, yeah. But anyway, yeah, y'all have an awesome weekend. I'll be back on Monday, and I'll see you then. Until then, peace.